Yeah. So one of the I haven't said this yet, but one of the best aspects of this record, and the reason that I said the singles that you put out are a really good indicator of what the album sounds like. Listening to the record, I've only had the record a couple days, but any of these songs really would have made a good single. And I cannot say that about a lot of records that get sent to me. Was it difficult to pick those songs, and why did you pick these two tracks,
Yes,
The
I can
Hunter
say.
and Far Away?
Yeah, I can say it was not easy to pick singles, like you said.
Hmm.
First of all, we had also another title. So the first idea for title would be Destroyer, for instance. But then we
Yeah,
thought, no, let's be a little bit more positive. So we just said, let's do another name, which is not a song on the album. And it's dominating. It's like the eagle is dominating the sky and everything. Coming back to your question about the singles, yeah, I mean, it was really hard, but in the end, we want to show that we are Primal Fear with the first release, Far Away. I mean, this is typical.
yeah,
You have the twin guitars, the twin solos, you have the fast rhythm, and you have the melodic vocals. That's what we did in the year of 2000, for instance, with Nuclear Fire.
yeah,
And in our opinion, that was a good way to open first door for this album and release it to the world.
yeah.
And then we thought about this Hunter thing is a little bit more melodic to Far Away compared to Far Away. We thought it's also a strong statement to go out there and show that we still have the riffy guitars as well. And as you heard the album, there's so much more on it. And it's
Yeah.
always tough if people judge the first songs. Oh, this is not going to be. If you don't hit their nerve or whatever you want to call it, we hit a lot of good nerves to say that there's so many good comments about it. But there's always people out there who are not happy with something. But I would really suggest to listen to the whole album and then make your opinion about it, which is absolutely fine with us if you have your opinion, of course.
Yeah. Well, I think that, there's albums I'm listening to right now. I just commented on a few of them that, sometimes the singles, sometimes bands miss on it. I think they miss a little bit more than they hit on the singles, but I think you picked the right ones. I mean, like The Hunter, for example. I mean, that's the first song in the album. I think that it's got a great chorus. There's a song on the record that had a chorus part that really caught me, and it's a song called I Am the Primal Fear. And that song is actually probably one of my favorite songs you guys have ever done.
Wow, thank you.
Yeah, I mean, seriously. And, there's a lot. I always tell everybody, you got to give the album a chance, because sometimes singles may not, you have to put out the singles the way that things are done now. I mean, you're putting out 3 to 4 songs typically leading up to the release date. And I think you guys picked 2 pretty solid tracks for that, though. I think most of the reception was pretty positive that I saw. There weren't a lot
Yeah,
of crazy
true.
comments, but
I mean, you always have these hardcore, fast, speedy heavy metal guys who, this is,
yeah,
itchy people are everywhere. Let's say it's 5%. So we're still
yeah,
good with 95. And
no,
like you say, I am the Primal Fear. We keep this jewels somehow for the release September 5th. There has
mm-hmm.
to be something left, right? So,
Well, no, I got you. The other song I really liked, and I thought it was cool, was "The Dead Don't Die."
mhm.
That's towards the end of the album, and then the last song, "A Tune I Won't Forget," which is a tune I won't forget. Just want to kind of put that out there. It's a pretty interesting title for a last track on an album,
Yeah,
because realistically, I like the song and I won't forget it. So
yeah, that's
there's
cool.
that.
This
Uh,
is it's a homage of something like I mean, you grew up on metal, and this
yeah.
is always attached to a certain era of your life.
Hmm.
And that's why you always, when you hear a tune, this is attached to to a certain timeline. And that's reminding you of good or bad things, which is hopefully only good things.
It is good things. Well, again, it's interesting you say that, because I went back and listened to the first album, and that was, I was probably 19 when it came out. and I was just starting the show on the radio. And I go back to that record, and I have a lot of memories about that. I remember when Jaws of Death was being promoted. I remember when Nuclear Fire was being promoted. Black Sun. I mean, all of these records that really, it's hard to believe that much time has passed, and,
True.
and it's crazy. I remember going out and buying, Heading for Tomorrow, right?
Yeah, I can tell that my beer went great, so maybe that's the only point where I see the times passing fast.
Right. Hey, everybody. Tony here from the Metal Command podcast. Again, I appreciate your support. Since 1998, I have hosted this show in one form or another, starting off in radio and now in the podcast format. Again, thanks for watching. And if you like what you see and hear on this show, by all means, please hit the subscribe button, hit the little bell to be notified anytime I do post a video. And if you see this program on any other form of social media, please give me a follow there. Again, I always appreciate your support.